Howdy! It's kind of funky. Behind me is the 2021 Honda Odyssey, and it has been updated for this year. And in this video, we're going to go over this new model and see what it's like outside and inside, and see if it has what it takes to compete with the new 2021 Toyota Sienna. But I need a little helper who's currently quite grumpy. This is my puppy Blaze. He is a 4.5-month-old Bernese Mountain Dog, and he's going to help me review this 2021 Odyssey. Now, what are the changes on the outside? Well, there's a new grille, and there's a new bumper, and there's a little black bit at the back, which is new. But apart from that, it's pretty much the same vehicle. What do you think of it, Blaze? What do you think, little dude? It's pretty good looking, huh? I do like the full LED headlights here. I think that's a nice touch. These are kind of funky. Little fog light pods with the turn signal down here. This looks very Japanese actually in its design there. But it really isn't all that different from the outgoing Odyssey. It is a very light update on the outside. But let's talk about the interesting stuff. The back seat and the trunk, because that's why you buy a minivan. Now, it does have a power sliding door. This is the top spec Elite model, and unlike the Sienna, I can't kick underneath it to open it, but if I need, I can open the door via some buttons on the dashboard or via the key here. So a couple of ways to get inside. And back here, well, it's actually a very usable back seat, at least second row here in the Odyssey. Now, I can move the seat back a little bit, and I can also do something pretty cool here. Take a look at this. I can slide them left and right. Now, these are, of course, captain's chairs, 2 in the back here, but if I want, you know, the little rascals being a little bit further apart, I can just kind of widen the space in between the seats. And then I've got the open and close button right here. Good back seat, not quite as good as the sliding second row in the Sienna that goes way back, but, you know, it still is a pretty cool thing. Let's take a look at the trunk. And for that, I need 43 pounds of Mountain Dog Fury. Let's see if he comes. He's still a puppy. Touch! Touch! Good boy! Look at you go! All right, Blaze, I need your help. Let's take a look at the trunk. Pop it open. Of course, being the Elite, it does have a power rear gate. And one thing I love about the Odyssey over the Sienna is that the floor is pretty much completely flat back here. Let's see what the pooch thinks. All right, buddy, you ready to check it out? Here we go, here we go. That right there is a happy dog. Oh yeah, he is stoked back there. Now, one thing you may see on the side of the vehicle is the Honda vac. Honda pioneered this, other manufacturers are copying them, but this is such a good idea. Simply open up this little pouch here. You'll see an extendable tube. This is for your hair. When you shed it, I can just go vacuum it up here, and then it actually empties out into a small little... Sorry, this is not very interesting to watch. It empties out into a little bin down here, and then I can empty that out and throw all the hair away. But Blaze, here's the question. So you fit pretty well behind the second row. How are you going to do behind the third row? For that, I need to lift up the seats. Oh, now let's see. I've got a kid in one hand here. This is real world testing. Let's see if I can lift up the third row of seats. Oh, they're pretty heavy. They are pretty heavy. Of course, I have no upper body strength, but oh my goodness. What? Oh no. Oh.
You can do it, Tommy.
Dog. Oh. Whoo-wee. All right. And then deposit my groceries into the trunk here. Let's lift up this one for continuity, huh, Blaze? Now back here, actually a lot of space behind the third row. That is a happy dog. Look how content he is. Yeah, I'd call that a big win behind the third row. Let's scoop you out of there for just a sec, buddy. And let's see how the seats fold down. Now, they're kind of funny. You pull the strap, and then it does that, which is a little bit alarming. But it's actually what it's supposed to do because it will fold into itself pretty easily. I do have these little dividers, too, that pop up and are not actually meant for dividers. Just kidding. Those are latches for the seats. But you'll notice in the third row here, volume controls for a little headphone jack. You also have a USB and some air vents. Now, I say we take a look at the front seat, see what that's like. front seat of the Odyssey, this is a nice cabin. It's looking a little bit dated. I of course have push button start. I also have this digital instrument cluster, which is nice. I do like the analog dials though for the fuel and the temperature, but you can see there's a tachometer there in the middle. And actually that V6 sounds pretty good. This is a 280 horsepower naturally aspirated V6, and it's got a nice throaty sound. Much more powerful than the new Sienna, which is rated at 245. Push button transmission here, so I've got a button for park, a pull down for reverse, a button for neutral, and then a press for drive, and even a sport mode. That has always been one of the Odyssey's biggest kind of party features, is the way it drives. It's always been very sporty. What do you think, Blaze? I think you're hot. Let's get some auto climate going here. Now, of course, dual zone here in the front. I can increase or decrease via these little toggles here. And I also have a button for rear climate. Single zone in the rear, but I'm going to increase that to about 71, maybe 67, because he is a mountain dog. The screen in this is okay. The Honda system is not my all-time favorite, but it's not too hard to use. It's a little bit laggy, I find. Just a little bit slow, but you know, it's pretty usable. Thank goodness they've included a volume knob here. That is a huge deal to me. I don't know if it's a huge deal to anyone else, but it's a big deal to me. Why is my fan so high? Turn that off for just a sec. You also notice ventilated seats as well as heated seats there in the center. This one also has not only a little tray here for your sunglasses, but the little mirror there, so you can see what is he doing back there. Look how far back he is. He's way in the third row. Are you okay, Blaze? No, he's just chilling. He likes the Odyssey. And speaking of rear seat entertainment, this one does have the screen that flips down from the top of the ceiling there. Wireless charging in the middle. That's a nice touch. We also have a big pass-through for you know, purses or groceries, for example, and a fairly large cubby here, which hides the Monroney. This one, 2021 Odyssey Elite, 49 grand, 335. But let's talk about pricing for the standard Odyssey for 21. You can see the LX starts at about 31,790, so you can get these much more affordably. This one is, of course, front wheel drive, 10-speed automatic transmission though, so this is kind of the ultimate driver's minivan. All right, let's bring out the little dog and finish her up outside. Are you gonna come out, buddy? I know, you like it back there, huh? Touch, touch. All right, let's see if he makes the big leap. Ooh, no problem. Nice low load floor in the Odyssey. So, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, I don't know. I haven't driven this model yet. We're going to have to get it on the road to find out if it still drives like that classic Honda spirited manner. But I gotta say, I mean, it's a little bit long in the tooth. The 21 update isn't that extensive, but it still held up really well, even when compared to the all-new 2021 Sienna. Speaking of which, that video published yesterday, and if you want to see a comparison between the two, that's coming up soon over at the Fastlane Car. Well, as always, this has been Tommy. Check out TFL Car and TFLtruck.com for the latest and greatest in new car reviews. I think we need to take the little guy to the dog park. He's looking a little, feeling a little neglected, huh? You're kind of bored of these car reviews. All right, let's go see someone your own size. See you next time.